Hello, everybody, and yes, my intro screen did break a little bit there, but that's okay because we are back for San Diego Comic Con 2023. Yes, I am a little bit late to the live stream, but there were still some announcements. It's kind of weird because there was announcements that were from San Diego Comic Con 2023, but it was like 3 days after San Diego Comic Con, which is kind of weird. I don't know how that works. Um, the articles may have just came out a little bit late, but there was still some stuff going on. So I just decided, why don't I wait until today? Because everything's, definitely it's been a week since San Diego Comic Con started. So I thought today would be a great day. Now, we are going to be doing a recap, just like what it says on the screen. But we're going to be just covering Marvel, DC, and Star Wars news. There's a lot of articles we're going to be talking about, a lot of announcements. There's a lot of pictures. But thankfully, today, I actually pre-downloaded and pre-set up every single picture. So we can just go straight through. There's no waiting for me. I prepared. I was thinking to myself, if I was going to make you guys wait like an extra 5 days before I do a recap, I could at least do something to give back to you guys. So I decided I'll have everything prepared. So if you do like San Diego Comic Con and you like more coverage on comic conventions like that, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to always be notified when I do a future live stream. And let's just get right into it because there's kind of a lot we have to do. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. So Marvel's really good about their conventions. For San Diego Comic Con and New York Comic Con, which we will also be covering. That's in October. That would be our next big convention that we're covering. We're also going to be covering D23, which is in September. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. But something that Marvel does is they have day by day recaps, where they cover everything that happened in that day in one article. So it's super nice, super easy. So that's what we're gonna do. And so let's get right into that. So San Diego Comic Con 2023 Day 1 recap. All of the breaking news from the first day of San Diego Comic Con 2023. Tour the Marvel booth, preview the next year of X-Men comics, and watch an all-new trailer for Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Marvel's official first day at San Diego Comic-Con 2023 is in the books, kicking off 4 days of nonstop excitement and breaking news from the House of Ideas. If you can't join us in person at the Marvel booth, don't worry. Take a virtual tour to see all of the exclusive merchandise, photo ops, and giveaways we're offering this year. Plus, breaking news from the Fall of X, who are the new X-Men, watch an all-new trailer for Marvel Spider-Man 2, shop the new Loki items dropped by Hot Topic, and get a first look at the Mighty Marvel Calendar book, A Visual History. In case you missed it, here's what happened. Here's everything that happened at San Diego Comic-Con 2023, Day 1. Marvel Spider-Man 2 showcases new story trailer. Spider-Men were the talk of the town at San Diego Comic-Con Day 1 kicked off with an exclusive panel in Hall H. Marvel Spider-Man 2 Symbiotic Relationships. Ismatic Games director Brian, game director Ryan, and narrative director John, and senior art director Jacinda were joined by actors Yuri, who voice acts Peter Parker, and who acts Miles Morales, Mary Jane Watson, and Venom. All those voice actors came along with Vice President Creative Director Bill Roseman from Marvel Games as they discuss the upcoming PlayStation 5 game, Marvel Spider-Man 2. Hall H was buzzing with excitement as Nomadic Games revealed their take on the monstrous Venom and how the symbiote plays a role in the sequel to the hit PlayStation games of Marvel Spider-Man and Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. The energy of the crowd reached another level when the new story trailer was revealed. See the video that everyone went wild over. So they did release it public. I sadly cannot show it, but I will put it in the description down below. Something I do want to bring up as well is for right now, I'm just going to be kind of talking about some of the news, and then at the end of the live stream, we'll do a little Q&A. Because I know some of you guys probably don't care to hear my opinion on everything, so this will probably be one of the biggest Q&As we have, because you can literally ask me, like, maybe not biggest, but it's a little bit different. Usually I ask you guys for Q&As. You can ask me anything. We're going to do 2 Q&As today. The first one will just be San Diego Comic-Con 2023 stuff about anything that I reveal today. And then I'll do another one where you guys can ask me anything else. Sorry, I'm kind of stumbling over my words today. So let's continue. So the latest from X-Men Comics, the aftermath to the fall of X. Fans gathered at the Designing the X-Men, a This Week in Marvel special event panel to score a behind-the-scenes look at the current state of X-Men and get a tease for what's next for the mutant mythos, straight from Marvel Comics editor-in-chief, senior editor, and more. Amongst exciting teasers for the X-Men's next era was the announcement of a brand new one-shot that will shed the light on a historic Marvel Comics mystery, X-Men Blue Origins. And as you can see on the screen right now, there is that picture for X-Men Blue Origins. So with the pictures, what I'm going to do is every single time I read an announcement, the picture will be on the screen for that whole entire time. And then once I read the next announcement, I will show the next picture. So that's kind of how we're going to do it. Written by mind-bending X-Men and drawn by acclaimed artist Wilton, X-Men Blue Origins #1 will at long last provide the definitive origin story for Nightcrawler and his mom, Mystique. Mother and son will reunite in a mold-shattering tale that exposes secrets held for decades and redefines both characters forever. Next up, a little bit of a strange one. Hot Topic drops new Loki items onto the Sacred Timeline. Nothing to prune here, don't worry. All this was supposed to end up on the timeline. The latest Loki line has landed at this year's con. Inspired by the Marvel Studios show of the same name, so again, Loki, the Marvel's Disney Plus TV show. If you've ever wanted to join the TVA, this brand new collection is for you. Items available now include a TVA jumpsuit, a variant jacket, just like the God of Mischief wore in the series, a skater dress inspired by Sylvie, a zip-up hoodie featuring everyone's favorite ticking clock, Miss Minutes, and coming this fall, take a peek at our new outerwear inspired by the Lokis themselves. At the show, swing by booth 1317 to shop the new items now. Next up, the Mighty Marvel calendar book, which you can see that picture now on the screen. Again, as a reminder, every single time I have a new announcement, there will be a picture for every single thing that I read. So that are pre-planned, gotta remember that. So it's all smooth. You can see it on the screen right there. First look at the Mighty Marvel calendar book, A Visual History. Announced earlier today from the Marvel Classic for the Next Generation and Fans panel, the staff from Abrams Books were excited to reveal the Mighty Marvel calendar book, A Visual History, coming to bookstores later this year. This stunning collection brings together the full set of Marvel calendars, which were published from 1975 to 1981. Collected for the first time in a deluxe oversized edition. This beautiful volume featured an introduction by Marvel Comics writer, editor, and historian Roy Thomas, and the entire book features commentary by Chris Rull. If you're a diehard Marvel Comics fan or appreciate the evolution of design of both Marvel characters and books across pop culture, then this is the book you'll want on your bookshelf. Pre-order your copy now. And that's it for San Diego Comic-Con for day one for Marvel. Now let's look a little bit about day two. Exclusive updates from Marvel Studios, yes, keyword, from Marvel Studios, X-Men 97, The Superior Spider-Man returns in an ongoing series, The Best in Marvel Cosplay, and a new Punisher makes his Marvel Comics debut. At the Marvel booth and on the convention floor, this Friday was packed with new announcements from the world of Marvel Comics and beyond. Fans were treated to a surprise first look from the highly anticipated animated show, Marvel Studios' X-Men 97. And an all-new Superior Spider-Man series was announced for this November. Plus, Frank Castle, Punisher No More? Question mark? In case you missed it, here's everything that happened at San Diego Comic-Con 2023 Day 2. First up, the Marvel Studios X-Men 97 update. Fans of X-Men the Animated Series rejoice. At the Designing the X-Men This Week in Marvel special event panel, audience members were surprised by guests from an upcoming animated show, Marvel Studios X-Men 97, coming soon to Disney+. Joining the panel were executive producer, supervising producer, and the director and producer of the original X-Men the Animated Series, sharing exclusive details about the show, including a never-before-seen clip from its first episode. We heard more behind-the-scenes info than ever about its story and production. So what exactly did fans see? Quote, we showed a clip from the first episode that shows the X-Men going off on a mission to confront a new sentinel threat, revealed Blue. And mid-mission, they are unexpectedly attacked and have to use their danger room practice skills to save themselves. Larry Houston also assured fans that X-Men 97 picks up the torch from X-Men the Animated Series. You have an entire crew working on this show. They're all dedicated fans to the mythology and the lore and legacy of X-Men, and everyone who's involved really believes in the story and the characters. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it when it comes on the air. Next up, with a picture this time. Sadly, there was no picture provided for X-Men 97, but there is a picture provided for this. Industry legend Greg Capullo makes a grand return to Marvel Comics with Wolverine and Deadpool. Amidst exciting announcements for new titles, collections, and variant covers at today's exclusive retailer lunch hosted by Diamond Comics, attendees were the first to learn that industry legend Greg Capullo will make his long return to Marvel Comics later this year. Marvel Comics is proud to welcome Greg back into the fold, and right now fans can check out his first new work for the Marvel Mythos, an explosive variant cover for Wolverine 2020 number 37. Previously listed as a top secret classified variant cover. The cover will hit stands on September 20th. Next up, Deadpool 7 Slaughters number 1 witnessed 7 kills in 7 days as a fan favorite. Deadpool creators past and future, including the co-creators and more, invite readers to a week in the life of Wade Wilson and the best mercenary Marvel's ever had. Just ask him. From facing off with an all-new rival killer to the top secret assassinations to multiverse shenanigans, Deadpool will take on one thrilling mission after the next. Get your first look at this special one-shots cover and stay tuned to Marvel.com for more details about its November release. Superior Spider-Man spins into a new ongoing series this November. Following October's special Superior Spider-Man Returns one-shot, The writer and artist will return for an all-new Superior Spider-Man ongoing series. Spinning out of their current hit Spider-Man run, prepare for a super reckoning as Spider faces a brand new villain from his superior past. As she fries New York with all the power of a living star, Doc Ock makes a life-changing discovery in his epic celebration of everything that made Spider-Man superior. The new villain will make her first appearance, in Superior Spider-Man Returns before unleashing their revenge on Otto Octavius, Peter Parker, and more in the new series. Next up, a new Punisher makes his Marvel Comics debut. A new Punisher will make its vengeful debut in an all-new ongoing comic series hitting comic stands November 8th. Revealed during the Marvel Heroes, Hulks, and Super Soldiers panel, the new comic series will be penned by award-winning writer David Pepose and drawn by superstar artist Dave Watcher. Covers will be illustrated by artist and industry veteran Rod Rice. Last week, Marvel Comics teased a single question: who is the Punisher? And series writer David revealed the answer: Joe Grayson. The man might be different, but the punishment remains the same. I wanted to introduce the Danny Ketch to Frank's Johnny Blaze. In this action-packed new Punisher saga, Frank Castle has disappeared, but evil will always need to be punished. With all new threats rising to claim innocent victims, criminals will need to beware of a dangerous vigilante hunting from the shadows. Enter a new Punisher, retired SHIELD ops agent Joe Garrison. I asked myself, how do we build a bigger table, and how do we invite as many readers as possible? For existing fans of The Punisher and for new fans, this is a story that's not going to sacrifice any of the attitude, any of the action, and we are not letting the pedal off the metal. And next, we have some pretty cool Marvel cosplay. Every year, Marvel cosplayers show up to shine at San Diego Comic-Con, and 2023 is no exception. Gathering from all the corners of the Marvel Universe, cosplayers arrived ready to represent their favorite Marvel characters with excitement, creativity, and skill. Check out our daily gallery for the best of picks. Next up, which is probably some people's favorite announcements, the Hasbro reveals fleet of new X-Men figures. Mutants have evaded San Diego Comic-Con during Hasbro's panel dedicated to all things Marvel Legends and beyond. A slew of brand new items were revealed, featuring everybody's favorite members of the X-Men, and also Deadpool. Joining the Hasbro ranks include new Titan Hero figures, along with the Epic Hero series figures and roleplay items too. If you ever wanted to channel the Master Magnetism and or just Wolverine in general, these new items are for you. The new items are rolling out now through the rest of summer, but if you happen to be at San Diego Comic-Con 2023 yourself, stop by booth 3213 to find pre-order codes available now. With more to come throughout the rest of the weekend, shop all Marvel Hasbro items now at Hasbro Pulse. And that is it for day 2. Let's go on to day number 3. I'm going to try to go through these really quick. I'm not reading the whole articles. Basically, we've already been in 20 minutes. We still have to get through DC and Star Wars. So I'm just going to kind of go through it pretty quickly. I'm now going to not read all the articles. I'm just going to read the synopsis and kind of just go through it. Had to get a drink of water. Okay. San Diego Comic-Con 2023 Day 3 Recap. Exclusive news about Ms. Marvel, the next major Marvel Comics crossover event, and more. More info about Ms. Marvel, the New Mutant comic book series revealed. Today at the Marvel Next Big Thing panel at San Diego Comic-Con, fans were treated to more info as Marvel Comics editor-in-chief and series co-writer officially unveiled the main covers for the first three issues and debuted an all-new trailer. The thrilling new trailer see Kamala fight alongside her fellow mutants for the first time as full-fledged X-Men, while donning her brand new X-Men uniform designed by Jamie McClevey. Fans can also check out the covers and um, below for Miss Marvel: The New Mutant, number 1 to 3, previously kept secret as classified in recent preview catalogs. Next, we have my favorite thing, Christmas in July with new Funko Pops. The pop culture retailer revealed a handful of new pops coming soon, just bursting with holiday cheer, except for Wolverine, of course, joining the ever-growing collection of holiday-themed Funkos for 2023. A few new ones joining the festivities, with Spider-Man and Deadpool supporting cozy sweaters, Iron Man along with a bag full of toys, She-Hulk decked out with elf ears, and Wolverine just hoping to come in and out of the cold. Next up, we have the next major Marvel Comics event, Gain War. So first up in the comic book series, we have the Amazing Spider-Man. One second. I just see we have some comics or comments, so I'll get through these really quick, and then we can answer some. Let's see. We also revealed that Marvel Comics reveals the final battle of the Marvel Universe in Timeless. Joined by acclaimed artist. One second. What is this? Okay. There's no synopsis for this yet, but there is a picture, so you can see right there. Pretty exciting. And as you can probably tell, now I'm not really reading the articles. I'm kind of just going through it. Let's go over the day 4 recap, though. We have exciting announcements at the Woman and Marvel panel, including Spider-Gwen, on tour, Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi, and more. A first glimpse at concept art from Marvel Studios' The Marvels, and an inside look at Artists Alley. The Women of Marvel assemble. So we have Spider-Gwen, which is a brand new series coming out. We also are having a brand new poster for the Marvels, which I do not have save up, so sadly I can't show that. Speaking of the new poster, they also revealed a brand new trailer for the Marvels, which I will be showing that. Well, I won't be, but I'll be putting that in the description. We also had revealed a brand new, sorry for the quality of this, but we have a brand new Lego Avengers film, I would assume, coming in fall 2023 on Disney Plus. It is called Avengers Code Red. And it is a Lego, so you can see it has Hulk, Black Panther, Iron Man, both Captain Americas, which is interesting. I didn't realize that. Black Widow and Thor. So I definitely would be watching that. We also have on Marvel Infinity Comics the Marvel Meow. So it's a Marvel it's a Marvel comic book series about cats. I think all of like the Marvel characters turn into cats, which I believe sounds pretty fun to me. Oh, that's not me to show that. Okay. Sorry. Next, we have the Love Unlimited Gambit and Rogue comic book. We have the Avengers Unlimited comic book, the Marvel Voices Echo comic book, and then we also have some first looks. You can see the cat from Marvel Studios, and from the Marvel Studios, the Marvels, and that's also on display. Captain Marvel's costume. And then speaking not only of Captain Marvel's costume, they also had a look at Miss Marvel's new costume, which is on the screen now. And then they also had very, very cool Kingpin cosplay. Like, it's crazy to think someone is in that costume. How are they looking? I don't know. It's just insane to me that there's people in that costume. So, yeah, just thought I would include that because that's pretty cool. Next, they had the X-Men Hellfire Gala, and here are some pictures from that. There is a lot of, basically, it's like a Marvel concert, kind of like a Marvel party, I guess you could say. Here are some pictures from it. There's some cosplay. I couldn't put a lot just because I could only fit two, but yeah, you can see there was some cosplay. There's like a concert venue with like spotlights, and yeah, it was really, really cool. And I actually do have that new Marvels poster. So on the screen right now, you can see that. And again, just as a reminder, I am going through all the comments at the end of the live stream, so I'll just go from what them all the way down. Feel free to keep posting them. What you're doing right now is perfect. Just keep posting them, and then I'll go through all of them. Next, we'll start with some Star Wars announcements. Star Wars The High Republic Shadows of Starlight will be coming. Star Wars The High Republic. That's number 1. Star Wars The High Republic number 2. Star Wars The High Republic Adventure. Star Wars The High Republic Adventure number 2. And then finally, Star Wars The High Republic Escape from Valo. Oh, sorry, it was not the last one, because we also have Star Wars The High Republic Defy the Storm. Now here we do have the Star Wars. One second, let me see if I'm doing that, if I'm saying this right. Yep, okay, it's the Star Wars. This was from the Star Wars publishing panel. So if you guys don't know, there was a panel for Star Wars books, and this is the first. This is the first time that they, are revealing some publishing things, and this is from the encyclopedia. I'm pretty sure, so you can see some of the pictures here. There's another first look at some of the comics that are listed. There's another look. I'll do around 5 seconds for each one. Again, they did not clarify which ones these are. I'm just kind of going through them so you guys can see some of the comic art. They just kind of revealed some of the art that they're working on. Okay. There's the next picture. And then when you guys are seeing that, there is something to mention too. There are 2 games that are in production at Marvel Studios. One is a Black Panther game by Cliffhanger Games. Then the other one is a Iron Man game by Motive Studio. And both of them sadly didn't have panels because they're not so far in production yet, but they did have a mini panel at the booth. So there's the next picture, by the way. For people who don't know, if something isn't really big enough to have its own panel, they do have, I consider them booth panels, where at the Marvel Studios booth, you can go up to them and then they have, on their stage, They can have just like a little 5 minute showing. It's not like an hour, it's just like 5 or 10 minutes, which is pretty cool. And then we have our next photo, as you can see, pretty cool comic art. There's the next one. We should be done soon. I'm thinking if we can get done definitely before 8. As you can see, we have another picture there. And then we have the Star Wars Dawn of the Rebellion, the visual guide, which is a live action publication book, which is super exciting. There's a little bit of a first look at that book. That's the second look at the book. And then last but not least, our third look at the book. Okay, so now we are going to talk a little bit about the Star Wars panel for action figures. So here is how we're going to do this. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. If you guys were curious, you can go back in the live stream. Not right now, because then you won't be live. But when you're done, that's where I get all my news from. I didn't mean to put it on the screen, but what you saw was it was a document with all of the links with all the announcements. So yeah, if you were interested in that, let's maximize. So the problem, and it's actually kind of funny, you cannot have you can only have a limited number of pictures. Like for example, that I just put on the screen, that's called an overlay. I can only have a limited number of those. So to make it all work, I actually put all the pictures on a presentation so I can go through it. So I know obviously it's a little bit hard to see, but you should be able to see it. Hopefully, I would hope. Let's see. Okay, that works. So let's go here. So first up, we have that right there. And I'm just going to go through these really quick, 5 minutes at a time. I won't really talk that much about them just because we got to get through this live stream. So I would pay attention right now just because we're going to quickly go through these every 5 or so seconds. So we got a Ahsoka costume or a Ahsoka action figure. We got, I think that might be not Mandalorian. It's not the Mandalorian because it has that black sword. I'm not caught up with the Mandalorian. Maybe if someone in the chat is able to tell me who that is. But yeah, so we have that person. You can get an action figure for this person. Our next picture. I think you actually, so for this one, I'm pretty sure you get all 4 of them together. It's not like separate or anything. You can get a single lightsaber. I probably wouldn't get that, but oh, I actually no, I'm sorry. I thought I was confused by something. I don't think because we switched. So all what I just showed you were toys, like action figures. Now I think we're getting into like actual real toys. Like this is like a hand-sized like something that like a real person can hold. So it's like a fake lightsaber. And I think we're back to the action. Oh wait, no, we're not. No. I was right at first. So you take those little lightsaber things and then you can put them in Ahsoka's hand, which is pretty cool. I think I actually have that action figure. I'm pretty sure I do. The Hera, I think that's her name. Pretty sure. Sabine, you can see right there. R2D2. I'm not that familiar with Star Wars, so that's kind of why I'm just going through these. I mean, I know I cover Star Wars, but like I would say my main thing's Marvel and then DC and then Star Wars. So I don't know a lot of these characters' names, so I'm kind of just going through them. So you can see this person kind of looks like a ice monster. I don't know. Uh, and then another Mandalorian looking person. I wonder. You know what I wonder? I might just be kind of dumb because I think they talk about. They say who it is. Okay, so let's look. So this is a purge trooper. Um the next we have Jawa and Salicious B. Crumb. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right at all. And then we have a Storm. No, it's not Storm. Snow Trooper Holiday Edition. And then we have a security droid. And then we have a package for the return of. Oh, wait, let me go back. For the Return of the Jedi, so you can get a package with all 6 of those characters all together. The Star Wars Retro Collection. And then this is actually, if you can kind of look, it's hard. It's kind of hard to see, but it is a, um, if you know, like Imaginext is kind of like that. Um, but it's Star Wars. You can kind of see if you look close. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And then you can also get these. I would want, like, I would literally want these. So I know it looks. So these look really small, or no, they look really big, but they're like little mini. Like I think someone described it as like what's like like a rubber duck. Like think about like a normal size rubber duck. Like they're the size of that, and you can get like different droids. So you can get this one, you can get this one, and then you can finally get that one. So I think that'd be really cool to have and like start a collection. I think that'd be really cool. So we're gonna now go over the next thing. So we did all that. Now let's go into the Star Wars Outlaws panel, which is a video game. This is they don't really have a lot, so we're just gonna kind of go through it quick. There's 2 photos per slide. Not a new trailer came out, just some concept art, so you can see there. Next, we have the next 2, no, one, sorry, the next photo for some concept art. Again, I do apologize. I did have to do it in this format just because I wasn't able to put them in any other way. So you may have to zoom in or whatever you have to do. It's totally fine. Next, we have our following 2 photos. The graphics on this game looks crazy. I want to see, did they reveal what platforms is Star Wars Okay. And then last but not least, we have our other um final two photos, which again, if you want, you can zoom in. Oh yeah, I didn't even see the comment asking what systems can you play the Star Wars game on. I didn't even see that. I just was thinking myself as I was curious. I feel like every single time I look up a question, all for a video game, all it says is PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series XS. And that's what it says for this one. So, see, it's so frustrating because I have an Xbox One, and it feels like now, because like it used to be the Xbox 360 was the old one, you know what I mean? And then Xbox One, all the games came on. I don't really play on my Xbox that much, so like I wouldn't really want an Xbox Series XS because I don't even play that much on my first one or my one I have now. But I just feel like it's probably frustrating for people who do play a lot and then they don't have this because it's like all the games are just coming out on all these new platforms, which can be pretty frustrating. Okay, now let's go a little bit about the new Disney Plus show Ahsoka. So I think this was probably the most surprising of all of them. The Ahsoka, they have official Ahsoka props and costumes um, that they revealed and they were on display. So let's show a little bit about that. So first up, we have um, first two photos. Again, there's going to be two photos at a time. I'll give about 5 seconds or so, and then I'll go to the next one. See, something that's really interesting that they did a lot this year, and I'm just gonna talk about it now. Once, and again, I'm still going through the photos. Once I'm going through the photos, I'm just gonna kind of talk about it. Someone explained San Diego Comic Con this year, and I think they did a really good job. They were like, you know, obviously it was really there wasn't really a lot. I just switched the photo again. There wasn't obviously a lot because of all the stuff that's going on right now. Um, but they were like, it wasn't bad. They said like, you know, I used to always be like so much focused on the shows and the movies and everything that I that like I never went to the comic panels or I never went to the fun stuff like this where you could go see like props. Like they still had stuff from shows. Like who would have known that they would have showed X-Men 97 footage at a designing the X-Men panel. You know what I mean? Or like they're showing props or they're showing costumes on display, like stuff like that are like comics. Like there's a lot of comic news, and I think a lot of more people like appreciated that because there was really nothing else to go to, if that makes sense. And there's a lot of also really fun things like Jury Duty, the Prime Video um, series. They had a like party for that. Like it was like a Prime Video um, party, kind of like the Marvel X-Men gala where it was like, concert with all that stuff. They did the same thing, but it was a Prime Video version, and Jury Duty was like the main focus of that. And they were, and this person was like, I never used to go to those because it was always, Saturday night, because Saturday night's probably the biggest night for San Diego Comic Con. And that's always like the Marvel panels, like the Marvel Studios panels. So it was a really good way to explain it. Just saying, like, I feel like I forgot to switch it. Sorry, I just was talking a lot. I just switched the picture again. Um, they explained it really well, saying like there's a lot of new things that I could try this year, which I never really thought about it like that. But I think when you think about it like that, it really wasn't that bad of a year. I mean, obviously, I would prefer if Marvel Studios was there. and that I really hope that next year they do have a Marvel Studios panel and a DC panel and everything, because that would be a lot better. But this is still fine. I haven't said that much, but I probably just switched this pictures like 5 times. So if you want, you can go back if you weren't paying attention, or if you don't really care, you can just stay here because I'm going to switch it again. This is really cool. Someone painted this, which is really, yeah, it's really cool. It's the Star Wars Rebels, which, I mean, really good artwork. Okay, so next we have um some things that you can shop for. What is this called? Shop the galaxy's finest Star Wars exclusives at San Diego Comic-Con 2023. Um there's something else. Speaking, just because we're already on that topic, just gonna go through it pretty quickly. There was also more costumes on display. The Aquaman costume from DC was on display, so you can see that on the screen now. And added on to DC costumes, the other costume that was on display was the Blue Beetle costume. Pretty cool costumes. I'm happy DC did that, because at least for Star Wars they had Ahsoka stuff, and at least for Marvel they had X-Men 97. DC had nothing for their movies except for this, which is fine, but at least we got to see some of the costumes in person. Okay, now let's look at some of these exclusives. Again, I'm just kind of gonna go through it really quick. This is another like Imaginext person, I believe. It looks a little creepy. I have to say, I don't think I would get this. I think it would probably scare a kid. Like, if I was a child, I feel like I would be scared by that. I can't really tell you why. I think it's just because the head is very big, but I would probably not get that. Um yeah, it just is a little different. I don't know. Okay. Um that's a fancy watch. And I love how it's so fancy. It has gold and then it just has Baby Yoda on it. It's great. We got a picture. Star Wars The High Republic Tales of Light and Life. Little book you could get exclusive. A bracelet, Star Wars bracelet. A Star Wars exclusive Funko Pop, Young Leia. Another action figure. Actually, no, I don't think that's an action figure. You can see at the very top on its head, it has a little keychain thing. So I think that's actually a thing that you can put on your keys, which is really cool. Another action figure. Some Star Wars merchandise that you can wear. Some more merchandise. We got little mini figures again, just like those ones that were like the size of a rubber duck. Ship is not a size of a rubber duck. That's obviously bigger, but give me 1 second. Okay, test. I just lost connection, it said. Test 1, 2, 3. I just lost connection. Okay, I think it's good. Perfect. It's back. So yeah, another one of these. Pretty cool. Um, I love that. It's a backpack and lunchbox. That looks really cool. That would be a perfect, like, if you were going to San Diego Comic Con and needed a backpack. Like, I probably wouldn't wear that to school, but if you were going to San Diego Comic Con and you needed to put your things and stuff and you were a Star Wars fan, that would be perfect. Another little minifigure. Another San Diego Comic Con edition, Star Wars Rise of the Red Blade. Okay, we should be back. I keep losing connection. Not sure why. My internet's on, but I keep losing connection. This is why I good news, totally off topic, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be getting um a Wi-Fi booster in my room, which is perfect. So hopefully we don't have these issues anymore. Um Keychains again, a little minifigure. And then they also have a Star Wars Jabba the Hutt. Um I can't tell what that is. A card? I don't know, but something. If you can tell me what that is, feel free to. I can't. I mean, I know it's Jabba the Hutt, but I don't know what it's on. Is that a watch? No, it's not a watch. I don't know what that is. But yeah, so you have that. That's it for that. Now we have like two more things. We got the biggest DC announcement from the whole entire San Diego Comic Con. The biggest one, we have the Heroes and Monsters Collide. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. So you can see on your screen right now, those are some concept art photos. Again, sorry, may have to zoom in, but you are able to see some of those. You can also see one of the books. So you can see like Godzilla and Connor in there, and then you can see Captain Cold, some other characters. You can see Superman will be in it, Supergirl, Flash, Green Lantern. And then you can see, I think that's probably Clark and Lois. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to zoom in a lot. Okay, I'm like zoomed in. Yes, I would assume that is probably Clark and Lois. So Clark and Lois, that obviously is alarmed by seeing Godzilla going through the city and having seen half the city drown. This is a great picture. You can see Supergirl, Cyborg, Flash, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, Godzilla, and Kong. I think this is actually the art for the main cover, which is amazing. And then this one is really good too. You can see them all attacking. Hawk Girl, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Superman, the very, very, very far corner. I could barely see him. And then Batman in his bat um bat helicopter thing, whatever it's called. Speaking of this, they did reveal another art at look at it. That's not what I was talking about, but we'll for sure we'll talk about this right now. DC Dual Force is another comic book that's coming out. Um, so yeah, if you're interested in uh, Dual Force, I don't know. I couldn't really tell you what that's about, but Batman's in it. Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg, a lot of pretty cool people. They also revealed Zod, which will be coming, which is a Superman comic book. And they have first look comic book art first looks at that. Now we do have one last thing to go over. Just some pictures. This is from different comic books. Um, These are so for these pictures, I can't tell you what the comic books are called, but every single picture I show you in this little slideshow is a different comic book. And it's the cover art for that comic book. Obviously, you can tell Batwoman's in the center. This is more than likely a Batwoman comic book. Like that's obvious, but you can see um, yeah, you can kind of tell who it is. I do want to know though. I know I saw a comment. Who are the sidekicks? Let me see. I am curious. I could probably look it up honestly. Maybe I can't. Um. Okay. Batman. The Batman Beyond. Oh. Okay, I found it. Um. On the left in the coat, the white coat is Luke Fox slash Batwing, and then the one person on the right in the black sweatshirt is a new version of the drummer, which I don't know who that is, but yeah. So yeah, um, perfect. Next, let's look at the next one. Um, Batman Beyond Neo Gothic Into the Remains of Old Gotham, new comic book series coming out. Look at new art of that. Sorry, I'm struggling. Also new art. That's a very strange angle of Batman. That just looks weird to me. I mean, I know he's just like sitting down, but I just feel like that probably. I think because it's. I think why I think it looks weird is because that probably must have been so difficult to draw. Because like it really looks like his knees are like farther out than his arms. I don't know. It just looks weird. It looks like Batman's going to the bathroom. It does. That's a good way. That's a good way to put it. It does look like that. Batman. I'm not gonna no. I'm not gonna try with that name. But another new comic book coming about Batman. Red Hood and Catwoman. You can see Batman and Catwoman. And looks like in this comic book they will be pursuing their relationship. I think that's Catwoman. I would assume. I don't know. Let me see because I'm curious. I'm pretty sure that is just not with obviously her Catwoman look. And then we do have a look at Catwoman with her suit on. And then the brand new comic book series, The Penguin Takes Flight, which obviously has the Penguin and Catwoman in the comic book series. That's the cover art, official cover art. And then we also have the Penguin Revenge is for the Birds. Batman the Brave and the Bold, which I would definitely read because in James Gunn's new DC universe, the Batman film was called Batman the Brave and the Bold, which So if you're planning on watching that and you like comics, this would probably be a good one to watch or to read. And then there's also another look. So I guess there's two looks, I would assume. There's um, two comic book front covers of that. Okay, that's all for announcements. I know we're a little bit over an hour, but we're only like 3 minutes over. So I'll go super, super quick through the comments and then we'll be done. Not sure I'm into the Loki merch. Yeah, it looks a little weird. Yeah, I guess that's all I can say. I don't know, it seems kind of weird. Um, what are your thoughts on the upcoming Deadpool movie with Wolverine? I'm super excited. I'm worried Disney is going to delay all of their things, which is stressful because they already delayed it because the writer's strike. If you remember, in June, they delayed all their shows. Or all, now, well, yeah. Well, no, I don't think they talked about shows. Movies. They delayed all their movies because of the writer's strike. Probably will have to do it again um for the actor strike. Well, you know what's interesting is Deadpool 3, which I'm for sure watching in theaters. Actually, during the writer strike, Deadpool 3, it was funny. Well, I shouldn't say it was funny because obviously the writer strike and actor strike is serious. But in terms of Deadpool, it was kind of, I guess, cool, you could say, is because they were actually filming while the writer strike was going on, while a lot of these Marvel projects were writing. So a lot of these Marvel projects, when they were writing, were were affected, and as soon as they could start writing again, then the actor strike hits them, so now they can't act. But I think they still have to write, so they weren't even done with the script yet. So for right now, there may not be delays because I guess technically the actors strike wouldn't affect most of them, considering they were affected by the writer's strike, meaning they were still writing. I hope that makes sense. I'm kind of, to me that kind of makes sense, but I hope you know what I mean. Like, if they were affected during the writer's strike, that means they were writing, so they probably wouldn't be affected by the actor strike because they would still need to write. But the problem was Deadpool already wrote, so they could keep filming during the writer's strike, and that meant that their movie actually got pushed forward. But now the actors strike's going on, so now they can't act, so it'll probably get delayed back to what it originally was. I don't know. It's crazy. I almost hope Marvel Studios did come to San Diego Comic-Con and just kind of explained, like, even though the actor strike was going on, at least Kevin Feige could just be like, hey, so this is our new timeline, and this is when all these shows are releasing. Because even, I think they changed, they didn't even do this during the writer strike. I think, like, in, like, the beginning of this year, in, like, February, they changed at all upcoming shows on Disney Plus. Like, they originally had, like, fall 2023, winter of 2025, spring of 2022, like stuff like that. Not 2022, you know what I mean. Now for everything they just have coming soon, which is good and bad. Coming soon, which means is coming soon, but also coming soon, but they're talking about that first show that was originally planned to come in 2025. So coming soon could also mean like 4 years from now, which is a little worried. Wow, I like the Nightcrawler cosplay. I do too. I think it was really exciting and cool. Can't wait for the X-Men figurines. Which one is your favorite? Probably X-Men. I just like probably X-Men. I'm so tired. I meant to say Wolverine because Wolverine is my favorite X-Men character. Will the Code Red Avengers also have a video game? I don't think so. Um, I do because they had, I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with the Avengers Lego films, but they had like Lego Marvel Avengers, Time Twisted. They had the Lego Star Wars film, that one that was like in like a Christmas time thing. They had like a Lego Marvel Superheroes Guardians of the Galaxy. So they have a lot of Lego Marvel ones. I think it's just another one they're coming out with, which is an Avengers one. I like the new poster for the Marvels. I agree. I really do like it. Speaking of that, I will be posting every single link that I used, every single trailer that I used, everything in the description of the video. So, which I may do right now, actually. Nope, because I have to link all of it. Great. Well, I'll do that after the live stream because I don't want to bore you with all that. So I'll do that after the live stream. Okay, moving on. Um, next one. The Star Wars Imaginext looks awesome. Yeah, I agree. I didn't know. I thought they just did DC. I didn't know they did Star Wars. They probably do Marvel too, so that's really exciting. What systems can you play the Star Wars game on? I did answer that, but I'll say it again. PlayStation 5 and then PC and Xbox Series XS. I do have a I may be able to play it on my PC if it's on Xbox Live. Um the Han Solo does look creepy. Yeah, it does. And then the sidekick is Luke Fox. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for um that's pretty much it the for the live stream today. Final thoughts on San Diego Comic-Con 2023. I wish you know what? If I had to say one thing about San Diego Comic-Con 2023 is I'm excited for next year. I think that's the best way to put it because I think it's going to be better next year. I don't think it was bad, but I feel like it's definitely going to be better. So I'm definitely excited for next year to see what they have. Um, I want to do another live stream. I'm going to be talking about Secret Invasion probably next weekend. Yeah, probably next weekend. And also talk a little bit about rating as of right now, doing a tier list of all Marvel shows. Um, Disney Plus shows, that is, to clarify. So I'll do that and just kind of talk about my thoughts on Secret Invasion. And then next time I have a convention I'll be covering will be D23, and that will be in September. And then after that will be New York Comic Con in October. And then other things. Maybe if they do, they probably won't, but if they do a DC fandom, they didn't do it in 2022, so they probably won't again. But if they do, that would probably be in like November or December. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm just gonna say thank you guys all for watching. Um, and yeah, I may just I'm gonna go two more minutes, only 2 more minutes, just because it's 8:12 my time, and it would make me mad if the live stream stopped at 1 hour and 12 minutes. So I'm just gonna wait till it's wait 2 minutes. Okay. But yeah, so I will see all of you guys another time. I guess I can just give quick because I give a quick just like 1 minute description, just like literally 1 minute, and then I'll be done. Secret Invasion. If someone said, consider this a little bit of a tease for next live stream because I'll talk more about it. Someone said on Twitter they feel like the Secret Invasion show should have been called Nick Fury, and then they should have done a Avengers Secret Invasion movie, where half of the Avengers were like Skrulls or got infiltrated by Skrulls, and the other half the Avengers were like real, and then they were all separated. Um, so then like you had to basically like they had to figure out who was a Skrull and who wasn't. I feel like that would have been a lot better because it was, I don't know, I think the way they did it wasn't really like Secret Invasion, if that makes sense. Like with the comics, it wasn't really like what it was in the comics. It was kind of just, it was like a Nick Fury show, and I think that's why I think they mean that it should just be um it should have just been a Nick Fury show. But with that being said, I will talk more about that next live stream. We're going to end the live stream here. So I hope all of you guys had a fantastic time. I hope all of you guys enjoyed San Diego Comic-Con 2023. And yeah, so I hope you guys be sure to subscribe if you have enjoyed the live stream. And I will see all of you guys in the next one. See you all later.